Alright, so I just thought today maybe I'll just see what all the fuss is about. There's a new Snow White trailer. Well, the first one, proper one that we are about to see with Rachel Zegler. Snow Brown, as it possibly might be referred to as. But, you know, I'm not unreasonable. I might have a hot take about a few things, but let's see if this is one of them. Okay, so that's CGI. And when I say CGI, I mean just literally in front of a screen there. There's no hedges, there's no greenery, there's no deer, house, anything. Sometimes practical effects might look a little bit better. But anyway, let's carry on. CGI, CGI. Wish it would be. Okay, so that's our first look at the Seven Dwarfs. And they are seven dwarfs, they're not seven little people or anything like that. Okay, not unimpressed. But let's again see how we go. Might have some thoughts later. Don't look horrible, but bearing in mind this is probably after so many reshoots and so much work being put in after the fact that yeah, Peter Dinklage can he can go suck one. This is what they theoretically should look like. It's kind of the equivalent of the Lion King remake. It looks the same but a little bit off. Carry on. Okay. Gal Gadot, Gal Gadot, whatever you want to call her, looks good. Not gonna lie, and this is probably the closest depiction that we've had since the original Disney movie, animated. Looks kind of just like her, facial wise and everything. Got the makeup just right. I'm not unopposed to this. No one would be, I don't think. But yeah, I like this depiction. Yeah, not unopposed. It's very unoffensive. If this trailer had come out and none of the other stuff with weird, and all that stuff hadn't come out, maybe I might be looking forward to this. Looking forward to ripping it apart, but so far inoffensive. Oh, let's go back a little bit there. Hang on. Yes. Yeah. There you go. That's what I wanted to see. So I am kind of slightly biased in the fact that I think that any masculine kind of character needs to be played by Henry Cavill. He needs to get as many masculine roles as he can possibly get his hands on. You don't really want to typecast too much, but and overdo it too much. But I don't know. Maybe Ryan Gosling possibly could have been better for this role after his depiction in Barbie. I can't remember whether when this was actually filmed for the first time, whether that was before or after Barbie. I think before. Let me know in the comments. But not unopposed to this look. But again, it's kind of tainted by what she said in the interviews that, oh, this isn't going to be a traditional Snow White story. But anyway, let's get to the end and I'll give a few more thoughts. Very weird. I don't remember this in the original, but okay. Sure. I know I think there's a little bit after this title sequence, a little bit, but yeah, way too much CGI. Now, one of the things about Lord of the Rings, the trilogy, I keep saying Percy Jackson to my friends, but Peter Jackson. There's a lot of practical effects, and then enhanced by CGI. This is just CGI fest. Again, money going towards all the d.e.i stuff where it should have been going here. Doesn't look horrible, but could be improved, as most things can be. Not too far away. So, all in all, again, if you completely ignore all of the interviews from Rachel Zegler, sure, okay, this isn't absolutely horrible. The dwarfs, let me see if I can get back to it. Let's see. Yeah, the dwarfs. That's how really they should be in the quote-unquote modern day, I guess. I don't like what they did in the previous, what was going. Hang on, let me just pull the picture up. There we go. So apparently now this is now a different sect. This is not the Seven Dwarfs. They're called the Seven Bandits, I think. And I think they're the followers of the prince in this movie. I could be wrong. But the whole Peter Dinklage saying, short people or like actual midgets, whatever you want to call them these days, whatever the PC woke, whatever term, they shouldn't be used to depict dwarfs. Now, what would you use to depict dwarfs is my question, But not... Again, if you took all the history out of it, not bad, I guess. I'm going to have to wait until the movie comes out, but not Snow White. In fact, the Queen looks so much better than Snow White here. If I can get a picture back. I mean, I've got her in the thumbnail. Yeah, just CGI'd the hell out of this thing, didn't they? There you go. That is the Queen, to me. Others could disagree. What do you think of the look of Gal Gadot? I really like this. Really, really like this. Unfortunately, just tainted from everything that's gone on around the movie. So, there's another point, and I'll probably make another video about this. Hang on. Bring it to, I believe, 17 seconds. So, on Open Bar a few days ago, last week or whenever it was, Chris Gore said this.
I do know people who work at Marvel. They have cleaned house. They quietly, months ago, fired all the producers that could be labeled activist.
Really?
Yes, unlike Lucasfilm is lost.
So I'm not going to go any further because I don't want to take too much from the Critical Drinker, but yes, I have no reason to distrust Chris Gore. He's usually been right on the money about a lot of different things. I feel that this Snow White is the very last thing of woke, activists. It's gonna chill out a little bit after this. Sorry about the traffic outside. But I still do feel that we're going to get a little bit more sludge after this movie. Hang on, I'll bring it back. Okay, I still feel that we're going to get a bit more sludge after this movie, but it's probably going to take about a year, maybe, before we start to get some half decent things. Because bear in mind, if they're going to clear out house now, then it's still going to take time to, from the creative process to filming to editing and all that before we get the movies that after this point, probably looking at 26, 27 maybe. But I think this trailer is Disney really heavily putting out the fires of all the interviews that were previous. I think it's fair to say that Rachel Zegler, she's not returning back to Disney. And quite honestly, this does reek of the most bland, the most inoffensive, the most true to the the original movie. This is just, for all intents and purposes, basic. Honestly, probably better off seeing the original version. And there you have it. So let me know what your thoughts are on this. But there is one more question I do need to ask of you. Would you like mayo with that?